Hey, what's up guys? Alan here with eatsleeptrade.net. We're going to be going over the watch list for the week of 2/17/15. We got a short week with Monday being President's Day and the market being closed. So sit tight. We'll be back in just a few seconds to get started on this. Guys, welcome back. First up on our list is going to be PES. This is kind of in the category of oil stocks, if you will. Actually, the first three, I believe, are all in that same kind of category area. And on PES, we had a nice pullback. As you can see, 3-day pullback here, and we started to round back up and pushed in some more volume's increasing, and this chart just really looks like it's ready to make its next leg up and that it wants to move higher. So we're going to be looking for this to hold above our area of support down here around the 530s, and look if we can't get this break above $6 to show some continued strength and possibly confirm a new uptrend, and see if we can't start recovering the downside on all these oil plays. Next up on the list is MILL. So this is another one. Like I said, the first three are going to be in that oil category. You can see the nice run up, big volume came in, small minor sell off, and then we continued higher. Another small minor sell off, nice consolidation on this wedge, perfect little wedge formed. And this stock looks like it wants to go higher, like it's trying to break out of the top side of this wedge. So we're going to see if we can get a close above this 245 area right here, which was our previous high, and maybe look to get a run up into that 460 range and start recovering this huge sell-off right here that we had in December. So good opportunity here. If the oil market stays strong, this should trend up with it while it holds, and can definitely see a pretty good upside to this one if we continue the breakout on this trend, on this wedge, and continue this trend coming up and get the break above 245. Next up on the list is NR. So this one's coming off a multi-bottom here, and we're starting to put in some higher lows. Came up, pull back, placed a higher low, nice run up, came back again, placed another higher low, and continued up, and actually had a nice close above this 981 area. So that's a pretty big break above our previous high, and we were able to stay above and close above it. We have tons of volume on this thing right now. As you can see, the most volume we've had in a long time, so I definitely can see this thing pushing up higher with continued volume and getting this RSI up to the overbought range, and maybe even see some possibility of getting all this back. This huge sell-off again in December that happened with the oil decline. You can just see the massive gap down and the huge run down to tons and tons of loss here, and want to see if we can pick up strength with the oil market and regain all that back for a pretty good profit. So keep that on watch, and we're looking for continued strength above our resistance around 1016. So if we can maintain above that, which is going to be this area right in here, then we can really look to continue higher and try to regain all this sell-off here. Next up on the list is IMH. So just a nice stock that's been trending upward for quite some time. Has some good volume coming in, the last month or two, and really want to see this thing continue on its break higher. You can see the nice support area we found right around the 950s, 955s, and the obvious resistance right up here around 1010. So we have started to break higher off our pullback, as you can see here, and really going to show strength if we can get above that 1010 coming in on Tuesday. And we're back under the overbought range on the RSI. So definitely have more room to push up to that top side if the volume will come in and get a nice, maybe a nice 2 to 3 day run on it. It may need a little bit more consolidation and might hang out in this channel for a little while before it breaks out. But looking at the previous areas on this chart, tends to consolidate fairly quickly and continue up. So that's really what we're going to look for. Just continue this nice uptrend off this flag and break out to the top side above 1010. Next up on the list is CLNE. So another one here that's coming off the bottom, and I started a position here at 542, which is an alert that I had set from a previous watch list, and was able to pull it up and actually take the position, and did alert it on Twitter that I was taking a position here. And I am anticipating a run up to this 605 range. I got my stops placed around 520. So if we start not being able to hold this previous area of support right here, then I'm going to be looking for a pullback and starting to come back down. I want to see volume come in and again push the RSI back up to this overbought area, hopefully to push us up to that $6 range before we get another pullback. Next up on the list is WNC. So this one's also been trending up pretty nicely over the last couple of months, and we're just looking to continue that trend. We got some nice support here around this 1340, 1345 range. So if that continues to hold, and maybe we could see a break higher and start coming back up to this 1450 area for our next area of resistance. RSI is not quite overbought, but the stock also doesn't very easily get up to that overbought range on the RSI. So got to keep a close eye on that, as this could definitely pull back and head back down the other way. But so far it's showing a lot of good strength, gapping up pretty hard, consolidating, continue its run, gapping up, consolidating, and we want to see it continue its run now up to that 1450. And as long as we hold above this 1340 to 1345, I think that we can continue that run. Next up on the list is CVR. So this one here, we are consolidating nicely on this pullback, again forming a pretty clean wedge, and just going to look to see which side this thing wants to break out on. Friday poured in tons of volume, a lot of shares were traded, and this looks like one that also wants to go higher. If it continues to hold higher lows, then we can see it start climbing its way back up. The RSI looks pretty good. It looks like we could curl back up and at least peak to that 70 range on the overbought RSI right before we are really in that heavy overbought range. So not necessarily looking for the breakout higher, but I'll run back up to this 35.20 range, and if we get above, and if we do manage to break above that 35.20, then that should signify quite a bit of strength and definitely show some more upside to this. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos. Also, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to check out our website, eatsleeptrade.net. From there you can stay up to date on all the stocks that we're watching and trading by following me on Twitter or just checking out the forums. You could also look at all the previous watch list and previous chart updates as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you throughout the week in our weekly or in our daily updates. In our weekly updates.